Esto es un party de caserío y todo el mundo está tranquilo bebiendo, adentro perdiendo, también fumando. Esto es un party de caserío y todo el mundo está.
Bueno, aquí regresamos con Vete. Estamos aquí. A ver cómo me sale la vuelta ahora. Se supone que ya todo esté bien. No se ve nada en el screen. No me joda ahora. Ahora es que. Ok, ahí está todo. Ahí está todo. Ok. Bueno, díganme ahora cómo se escucha la vuelta. Se escucha muy alta, se escucha muy bajito. Espérate, ya estoy viendo que está como que piqueando aquí. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Dígame ahora cómo se escucha
1,
la
2.
vuelta.
1, 2, ahí. Yo creo que ahí ya está bastante bien.
Se escucha muy alta, se escucha muy bajito.
Ok, ya estamos. Ya me escucho yo mismo. Bueno, vamos allá con los Lakers. Como estaba diciendo, tengo que cuadrar la alineación. Tiene que ser una alineación distinta. Porque tenemos que cuadrar con... Esta aquí. No, yo creo que esto por encima de él. Ok. Ok. Vamos a intentar hacer algo. Vamos a poner a Patrick Beverly que se el día de LeBron. Y vamos a poner a Subas que se galdea a ese Anthony Davis. Vamos a ver cómo nos sale la vuelta.
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And joining us now courtside, the man who won 3 consecutive NBA titles, the incomparable Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, it is so great to be with you.
Kevin, it's great to be here. I just always wanted to tell you this. When I was playing, I just used to love when you used to say my name. So thank you for all the great times when you said my name. Appreciate you very much. This guy next to you, I used to hate playing against him.
Hey, Dave. Kevin, thank you very much.
Esta jodienda tiene un delay como de 20 segundos, 25 segundos. Yo creo que hay una manera en que ponerle el chat que para que salga cuando es.
I don't know about organics, I just know that those two are scary for the rest of the league.
En serio, que este loco tiene un triple doble por juego.
That is scary. Thanks for that one. Well, you look up at the rafters here at Staples Center. All the banners and Shaq, you helped raise some of them. Was there a pressure in playing for a franchise like this that has got such a great history of championship basketball?
La cuestión es que no nos dé una pena.
because I was raised up of the mind state that pressure is when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. So I knew there was some greats that played before me, and I just wanted to be mentioned with some of the greats. So
that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, it does, and you know what? He is definitely mentioned with some of the greats.
Yes, he
Shaq
is.
had a great ride and did an incredible job playing for the Lakers.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Rozier. Ivica Zubac is out there with Bismack Biyombo.
Se creía él. Se creía él.
In at the 3. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Matthews. And Harrell's in at the center. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Some intimidation right away. Gotta show those shooters you're gonna be there all night long.
Now, here's Rozier. Beyond the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And they always say great offense beats great defense, but let's give those elite defenders their due. Shaq, who stands out as the best defensive players in your mind in the league right now?
Well, I got 3 names. First, since I'm a big guy, let's go with the big guys. Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower. See, that's his bread and butter. You talk about defense. Then you got to go to that's the claw. Kawhi Leonard, always going to be on that list. And I got to throw in Jimmy Butler. He never backed down from anyone.
Can you make that noise one more time? Is that like a bird or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You have the job. I like that.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, from one big man to another, I think Davis is doing everything right. He's the epitome of a modern big. And frankly, he's a lot of fun to watch.
And both free throws good for Davis.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Rozier against Matthews.
Buena.
And it's Rozier missing. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Well, Shaq, when you talk with NBA historians, guys that coached against you, former referees, they all say you were the most difficult player to call games to referee. This is because there was so much contact back then, both ways.
Well, listen, I understand it's hard to find a balance. I don't want to disrespect the referees. They're a vital part of this game. They do a wonderful job. Some say I got away with too much, and others say I got hacked every play.
We did get hacked at every play.
I know, but I don't like to complain.
I think he did get hacked. In all fairness, you did. Well, first of all, you had to hit Shaq harder. You couldn't foul him the way or bump him the way you bump a normal player. He'd end up getting hurt more. But he also got away with it.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's James, hands the 12-footer.
Keeping the mid-range jumper alive. Thank you, LeBron James. He would knock these down all day if you let him.
Pass to Hayward. And the rejection by Harrell. Second chance effort.
Dame la hora.
And another shot. Here's Zubac. And they
Vamos.
finally get it to go.
Yeah,
Full night's
yeah.
work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
LeBron against Beverly. James, the pass to Schroeder. Whistle
Vale.
blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best
Adiós.
policy when
Los hermanos Gasol.
got take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Marc Gasol is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James.
Diablo, Anthony Davis.
Pope in for Matthews. Caldwell Pope,
Ahí me clavó.
wide open look from outside off the mark. Hornets trail by 4. Well, Shaq, one of your more famous quotes of late has been, rings, Ernie, rings. All joking aside, is the number of titles a player wins the best measurement for where they stand in history?
I think it's a piece of the pie, but it's a large piece. It's a good tiebreaker when comparing greats to other greats. It was always the
Sentaron a Davis.
standard of what a great player should be. And
A championship is a championship no matter.
no matter what.
Viste, a él ya lo sentaron y a Towns nunca lo sentaron. No joda.
How great you were.
I think it's a good point because
Okay.
and it's all relative because Bill Russell.
Él las mete.
Most people would say Michael getting 6 in his era was the equivalent to that, and then you could go a step further with Kobe, and you having 5, you having 4 because of free agency and the impact of that. So I do think it's, as Shaq said, it does matter because great players win championships, but there
Ya lo, Patrick Beverly, coño. Mete el cabrón tiro libre, hombre.
To appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Washington comes in for Biamba. And it's Bridges in for Gordon Hayward. Rozier with the steal. For the finish, hammers it.
Pensé que venía por detrás del el tapón. Chacho, lo sentí. Él estaba respirando. Le estaba respirando detrás del cuello el cabrón de LeBron. Vamos allá.
And the NBA has gotten into the academy business, be it in China, India, Africa, getting those top prospects together. Shaq, you planning to make any appearances over there?
I would actually love to. If I did, you would just.
Uy. 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 Coño, pulgar arriba en el chat por esa.
That's tipped. And no good.
Pensé que iba a venir de nuevo con una vaina así. Es una vez por juego.
Los Angeles Lakers. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
Buena. Buen hackeo.
So he'll be shooting free throws here. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Hornets, number 1.
They've been playing
Número 1 fast break.
basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
First one falls for. And some changes here for the Hornets.
Tiene que bocear, hombre. Tiene que bocear. Bueno, vamos allá.
For Patrick Beverly. Here's Ball. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Passes it to Monk. Gasol dishes the ball. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Lakers leading by 3. Over in the corner, Gasol sinks the triple.
Animal.
Got 8 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Agarró solito una isla contra él.
Bridges. Out to Morris.
Ok. Y la metió.
And another three for the Lakers.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Over to the left wing. Here's Gasol shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Marc Gasol.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
Both free throws good from Gasol. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before the game about evolving his game.
Biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability. This year, I'm just...
Now having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too.
Muy bien.
Decent number of assists so far from them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Hornets, they've got P.J. Washington. Monk is out there with ball. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Washington finds ball. And stolen by James. Kuzma outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance.
De cualquier loco que se lo está galdeando el LeBron James.
Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity. He's going to make defenders foul.
Está dificilísimo. Creo que ya sentaron a LeBron.
Davis is checked in for Morris. Matthews comes in for Caldwell Pope, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for LeBron. So much love for the perimeter offense these days, but Shaq, for your money, who are some of the best back-to-the-basket players that are in the NBA right now?
The list is short, but it's still a very impressive list. Joel Embiid, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Anthony the Brown Davis.
Can't argue with any of those guys. No, not at all. 2 on the clock. Second chance shot. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Okay.
This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Nobody near Schroeder. His second shot goes in.
Start
2 for 2.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Hornets trail by 7. Ball feeling it out a bit. Knocked away.
Pero esto no, bueno. De corrido. Ya no puedo hacer más nada con ese hombre.
Fast break. Kuzma's got it. The layup off target.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Que no hay nadie que meta la pelotita. Mira, ¿con quién estamos jugando aquí? Con Malik Monk, no me joda. Qué mierda, mano.
Players can turn pro at 16, Shaq. Will things get closer to that, you think, in the U.S.?
I mean, I don't understand the rules sometimes. Just think about it. Kids can make money flipping burgers but not playing basketball. You know, everybody wants the kids to get an education, but I think if you can do both, why stop them?
Davis, the pass to Kuzma. They get it again. And that's good.
Y eso que lo vocié.
You know, he's such a graceful athlete who's willing to mix it up on the glass. 80 is great at creating second chance opportunities.
So Charlotte calls timeout.
Hora de cambiar.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Yo creo que ellos tienen la idea, ellos lo van a hacer por mí.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 7.
And you look at the news every day, so much division. Commissioner Adam Silver has talked about basketball and sports really in general as a unifying force. And Shaq, it definitely does bring us together.
You know, the NBA is a melting pot. It's not about where you're from or what language you speak. It's all about teamwork, discipline, and respect. And I've always said there's 2 things, despite what you have going on in the world, especially stressful, there's 2 things that'll shut all that down. music, and sports.
They always do it. But isn't it great to be associated with the league that is on the forefront of those kinds of things?
I don't know about that, but it's great to be associated with you and Greg.
Isn't
How
that
nice
sweet?
is that? Yeah.
I mean,
I've been waiting to come down here for years.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Kenny and Ernie. Ha 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 ha.
Matthews, no good.
You know what though? Sometimes you can be too
Ok, John Ball.
I think it may have surprised him, and that's
Era de nosotros, pero
And we're
fuck.
going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Vamos.
And here is Los Angeles now. Gasol finds Schroeder. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
Está bien, para que no se acomoden.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Wow, como metió esa jumpa ese hombre.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Hayward on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. Hayward can't hit.
Intenté penetrar, pero no se me dio.
he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's good. And now
Ya se me fueron.
15-point Los Angeles lead.
What a nice offensive arsenal that Matthews has. I mean, he's capable of sinking these high-arching floaters as well as the threes.
Rozier against Matthews, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
James checked in for Los Angeles. Contavious Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Parishnikov? Or have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
And Clark, it hasn't taken Shaq much time, has it, to go from being a superstar on the court to a force with our broadcast here courtside.
Well, I tell you what, Shaq's one of
¡Qué mierda, mano!
around running. He's a phenomenon in terms of personality, branding, business, excellence at every level. And he was an all-star starter as a rookie. That talks about his ability to get going fast. So he adapted to the broadcast booth just the same way.
Here's Beverly. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game.
Wow.
That will complete this 4-game homestand.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the basket by Rozier.
Well, I tell you what, Rozier is a guy who doesn't back down. As a matter of fact, this guy will take a hit and keep on ticking.
Poke loose. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Here's Zubats. 2 points. That one goes. Zubats has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. And the shot is long. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Estamos perdiendo, pero no estamos completamente perdidos. 1-2, 1-2, ahí. Ahora sí.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now back in the fold after his in-game analysis, which can be described only as ripping the one and only Shaquille O'Neal. Like before you do that, how'd it go down?
You know, it was fine, but nothing could replace being here with you guys. You hear this right here? That's the money talking.
Oh, you got Nate extra?
Yo, you
Send
know
me
I
down
did.
there.
No,
I'm
I
coming.
did. Don't tell nobody.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Bueno.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Hornets trail by 7. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Matthews, and it's Harrell in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for
Okay.
Vogel. Now the Lakers on the break. Schroeder leading the charge.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Matthews against Rozier, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker. And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Lakers leading by 7. LeBron passes to Schroeder. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. James looking around. They grab their own miss. Harrell, that's good.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Baseline J on the way. Biombo finds Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Lock at 6. Beverly the pass to Rozier. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Biombo, that's good.
And Biombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And Clark, he's proving to be one of the more explosive players in the league. Scary Terry.
Tenemos que traer la Hayward para atrás. Necesitamos más gente que meta la pelotita. No tenemos muchas opciones.
In all aspects, you notice nobody really ever
Dale.
messes with this guy. He's quiet, and those guys often
Este tipo está bajito.
because you know they're tough when they don't say much. And his style of play is pretty much fierce striking as well.
Van a poner a Alonso ya en la 1.
Get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James.
Parece que el descanso del medio tiempo no fue mucho. No entiendo.
Hayward outside. Back to ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Hornets have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Ball hits them both.
Hay que trabajar bastante para salir de este hoyito.
Outside Matthews. Kuzma against Hayward. Here's Schroeder. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Monk. And Davis
Buena.
pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kuzma against Ball, and Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I'll tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Schroeder, and it's blocked. But they recover.
¿Qué pasó ahí?
inside. Here's Harrell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Harrell's got 4 this quarter.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Here's Schroeder. Hits the three-point bomb.
También que iba, ¿no?
And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
The offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Ball against Schroeder. Monk kicks to Hayward. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Los Angeles. And Davis gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Palero.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Wesley Matthews.
Encima de 3. Yo no meto tiro así. Yo no meto tiro así. Por encima de 3, posteado, un point guard. No entiendo.
Charlotte calls timeout. Bridges is checked in for the Hornets. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at New York, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think for the Hornets, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
Hayward goes in. And the ball goes out of bounds.
No entiendo, no entiendo. No entiendo.
Checked in for the Lakers. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
1:15 left in the 3rd quarter. The pass to Davis. Shoots over Bridges. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. No good on the 3. Hornets trail by 12. Bridges dishes to Hayward. Count that one. 7 points for Gordon Hayward.
Well, I tell you, Bridges is doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
There's 45 seconds left in the 3rd. And there's the feed to Davis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Left side, ball. Pass to Martin. Here's Hayward. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hayward's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the 3-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
Here's James. He has 6. 3-pointer. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point
Por día entrando al cuarto quarter por día.
from the field. We'll return shortly.
Hombre, ese póster. Y este guitarreo.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th, they've got Martin. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Lakers leading by 10. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's LeBron. Outside for Caldwell Pope. That 3 off the mark.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Pass to Martin. Back to Rozier. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, Rozier simply going off. This two going bonkers in this.
Lakers have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. LeBron against Rozier. James. And the rejection by Zubac. Beverly, the pass to Martin. Tries again. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't...
Shit, come on, Zubac.
Some changes for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Morris. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Caldwell Pope. The Hornets also with the sub. Martin's checked in for Martin. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Rozier, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
One of the things coaches like is aggressive players, and Rozier is that in spades.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Things not going.
Yo creo que me quiero quedar igual.
Wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
No puede ser, come on. Come on.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
No puede ser.
Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, Rozier is known as an energy guy, but he's also a talented scorer who has a real hunger to improve.
Harrell, the pass to Schroeder.
Se quedaron dando la bola.
Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, as a scorer, you always want to keep your defender off balance, keep him guessing. Nice job by Rozier with the pump fake there.
Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma.
Shit.
And a switch here also for Charlotte. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Martin.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker.
Se quedaron mirando, nadie evoluciona, nadie hizo nada.
Through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling.
Wow.
The Lakers last year, and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Y la fallé yo, ¿verdad? Dale, mano.
LeBron, good. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead.
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court, and when he's out on the break.
Y la fallé. ¡No! Así no. Y vale, bueno, buen juego, anyways. Nos mataron ahí a lo último. Hubo pelea ahí, hubo pelea. Que es lo importante, hubo pelea. Está bien.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Mira cómo lo empujó y no cantaron nada. ¡Wow!
Hayward passes to Rozier. Biyombo kicks to Beverly. Back to Biyombo. It's stolen by Davis. LeBron outside to the inside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by James. Davis has got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 14. There's 1:26 left to play here in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to get a win in that first battle. They'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Hornets.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy that carried the load offensively.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And James.
Wow.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Richards passes to Monk. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Está bien. Vámonos. Nos fuimos con ese mal sabor, pero
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Gasol. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily.
se ve feo el score, pero no estamos tan lejos. Estamos como una pieza o dos de poder estar ahí con ellos. De a ver si por los gemelos me dan a alguien que meta la pelotita. Si yo consigo a alguien por los gemelos eso. Déjame ver si me dan a alguien por los gemelos eso. Te voy a la tía a ti. Vamos a ver si me ofrecen a alguien. ¿Cuántos cambios son? 18. Que se añada a Michael Bridges para el cambio. Vamos a ver cómo está la vaina. Michael Bridges tiene que ser un small forward que meta la pelotita, porque no estamos en más nada. Mira, aquí está Spencer Dinwiddie, pero él juega Poingal. Y nos dan a Landry Shamet que juega Poingal. Pero quieren un pick también. Chorro de cabrones. Son 4 cambiecitos. Te voy a quitar a ti. Te voy a quitar a ustedes. Voy a poner a este. Oh. Cada vez no como que me suben más cosas, ¿verdad? Suben más días, como que no puede ser cambiado por más días. Vamos a checar si pongo a PJ Washington y pongo a Bridges, a ver qué me ofrecen. Seth Curry, ¿ven? Ese hombre mete la pelotita, pero Divichencho. Son 7 cambios que me están ofreciendo. You Holiday y Divichencho. You Holiday mete la pelotita. You Holiday mete la pelotita, pero quiere a Russell también. ¿Qué le pasa a este control? ¡Coño! Aquí está OG Anunoby, ahí sí. Pero OG Anunoby sí lo cambio. 79 y 78. Esto es un buen cambio aquí. Coño. Por Anunoby sí lo cambio. Y galdea, Anunoby sí galdea. Y este centrito, ¿quién es? Donkea bien. Tira más o menos de 3 también. Puede jugar power forward. ¿Y cómo está en defensa? 74. ¿Y cómo tú estás en defensa, PJ? Pero tú tiras de 3, tienes un 80 de 3. Tú no galdeas, papi. ¿Tú estás en un Anunoby de 3? ¿Cómo te tiro de 3 de Anunoby? 75. Yo estoy hasta 80, 84 de donqueo. ¿Y cómo está tu donqueo? Nosotros donqueamos más de lo que hacemos eso. No sé cuáles son las otras ofertas. Te dieron por 17, sí, pero no estuvo tan mal, Me dieron por 17, pero fue un 17 como que a lo último, ¿entiendes? Iba por 10 creo. Después bajaron a 7 y después vinieron, cuando LeBron me dobló en esa jugada, cambió el momento y se fueron por el otro lado, pero no fue así como que, wow, te dieron como por, ¿entiendes? Te dieron por saco, pues no. Yo creo que me quedo con con estos dos. Me gusta Ollano hoy porque galdea, pero como que no. Vamos a ver si ofrezco a Monk, a ver qué me da. Son 25 cambios que están ofreciendo aquí por Malik Monk. Vamos a ver si alguno incluye a Anunoby. Pues si incluye a Anunoby, si ahí yo me tiro. Hasta Caldwell Pope, que me acaba, bueno, no me acaba de hacer nada en los Lakers. No creo que ese que sí que me haya matado. A mí no galdea, pero está viejito, ¿verdad? 30 años. Willie Cauley-Stein. Che, están pendientes a bien más biombo, ¿eh? Bueno, yo no. O por los chavos, yo creo que es por los chavos. Ya Michael Green. Y me da un pick. Coño, eso no está mal. Top 3. De Milán no juega con nosotros. Fui yo que lo cambia. Ya lo quieren cambiar para atrás. Coño, eso no está mal. Mira, aquí está Malik Beasley. Pero que no la vi más biombo. Yo voy a cambiar la vi más biombo. Robin López, otro centro más. Yo creo que el cambio ese que nos querían hacer aquel por un pick, este no está mal. A ver cómo está ya Michael Green. Tira de 3. ¿Y cómo está en galdeo? Este cabrón no galdea. Menos que Malik Monk tampoco galdea, pero me quedo con aquello. Y mira, no se nos hace nada. Oh, espérate, hay un cambio aquí. Nos quiere enviar a que Liubre y a Green por Hayward y Richardson. Oh, ese es Draymond Green. Eso sería más defensa, pero que Liubre no. Igual es el mejor anotador del equipo, yo creo. Por ahora. Pero nos trae defensa con cojones, porque Liubre galdea y Green ni se diga. Entonces tendríamos 2 power forward para esto y podremos mover entre Biombo y ¿quién es el otro centro ese que cogimos? Y Subaco. ¿Entiendes? Pero perdemos a alguien que mete la pelotita. Eso es lo malo. Porque Gordon Hayward mete la pelotita. Que Liubre no mete la pelotita. Yo creo que le vamos al decline. Ok, estamos bastante parejos. Que Patrick Beverly se galdea por George. Estamos bien.
Los Angeles, California is the scene for the Hornets. The Los Angeles Clippers. They've split the first 4 games of the season, looking to stack some wins and climb the standings. Hornets, Clippers, coming right up. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Joined now by Greg. How we get a chance? DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a shoe culture. None is more popular than the...
Thanks, David.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic and Doncic, they come to mind. They're probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point, because we had Dirk, and we've had Nash, and we've had Akeem. Some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Yep. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Hayward. Rozier's out there at Patrick Beverly. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Biyombo at the 5. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's George in at the 2. Williams looking over the floor. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Rozier. They get it back. And out of bounds as Los Angeles
wow.
possession.
Este juego empezó raro.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter.
And you look at Paul George. I mean, he's got the capability to lead the league in scoring, but he's just as focused on locking you down.
That sets him apart. You know, how many guys could say, I could get 20 on you and stop you from getting 20? You guys can do that.
Clock at 4. Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Back to Hayward. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, he was the 9th overall pick in the 2010 draft. If it were held again, only a couple guys would be selected ahead of him.
Hayward hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Stolen by Beverly. And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Now, here's Washington, covered by Morris. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Bueno, está bien.
So it's the Clippers now. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Nowadays, it seems, less dominant centers than in the past decades of NBA basketball. Kenny, you played alongside some of the great big men, including Hakeem Olajuwon. You think he'd be less or more effective in today's game?
More effective. Because his value would be easily shown. Because he would get more touches. There's more possessions in an NBA game now. He had ball handling skills. And he had the mid-range jump shot, so which means all he had to do was step backwards and take the threes. We used to play around and have shooting contests after practice. He would win some of those three-point shooting contests, but never took them in the game.
The difference is his skill set translates. Like, it wouldn't be as, I don't think some of our other great bigs would be as good. The guys who were purely post players, because the reason would be they got a guard to pick
Palero, Palero.
And in this era, they don't bail you out, the bigs, by letting you just go and hang out in the paint. You got to play outside that three-point line 80, 90 possessions a game.
Well, it's clear that Rozier has a lot of talent. I mean, now the next step is seeing him become a better distributor.
Devontae Graham's checked in for Williams. Graham with the bounce pass. Leonard the pass to Graham. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little.
Ahí está Graham, que juega con nosotros.
Much faster help than that.
Hayward on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Although you started for almost your entire career, Kenny, what qualities do you like to see in a sixth man, a guy coming off the bench? What are the things you're looking for?
Sixth man's got to read the situation. What's needed? Today, do we need to push the ball up?
Está Selen.
Slow it down.
Lo que eran de nosotros.
That is, to me, what makes a great sixth man. He can read the situation and what's needed.
In other words, he's got to be versatile, because the best, you take a guy like Lou Williams, people rave about his scoring. He leads the Clippers in assists. Like, that's the thing that gets lost.
Wow.
He can be a table setter just as much as he can be the guy that's eating the food.
Here's Graham. Makes it off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Hornets trail by 3. Hayward outside. Washington inside. Patterson defending. And it's Washington missing.
No puede ser.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Zeller. And finally they hit one.
Nos están matando los que votamos del equipo.
Well, Kenny, you've played with so many all-time great players, one of which was Hakeem the Dream.
¿Esto es serio, mano?
He was a good one. Do you think we'll ever see another one just like the Dream?
I don't think so. He was so unique. His ability, his footwork, his timing. He led the league in top 10 in 5 categories.
Isn't that amazing?
5 categories.
That's incredible.
Offensive league and defensive categories. Unbelievable. Just a dominant force.
If you think about him, he is what the modern game is today. He was the one guy in his era who played the way bigs can play today.
That's a good thought. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Hornets, number 1.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. There's the pass to Patterson. It's Kennard, top of the key. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Graham. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
And they had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. Their offense just looked flat.
That one good for 2.
Becoming a more aggressive scorer. Monk fighting through contact like a vet.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Clippers. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
It makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at
Yeah,
a time.
yeah.
That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Pass to Gasol. And here is Monk. Richards passes to Monk. Over Jackson. And that one released in time, but no good.
And Jackson using his trademark quickness to bother shooters, really getting up all over them.
A good close contest so far. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has.
No quiero escuchar a Paul George. Vamos.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Charlotte, we've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Monk in at the shooting guard. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Reggie Jackson. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is the showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that, the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is those other, like LeBron.
No, ahora eso, espérate.
You know, he can make a
la cara Elena.
That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. We've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time show.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Bridges. Okay. Morris with the bucket.
And it's often said this is an era of player empowerment in the NBA. Jet, do you think things are different from when we played?
Oh, for sure. Because of social media, because of the access to travel, players are more connected more than any other time. They do things off the court that we never did off the court. First time I met Greg was in a barbershop, you know, it was like by happenstance. We weren't planning on meeting there.
Yeah.
The difference,
Mike the Barber, shout out Mike
Okay.
the Barber.
Mike Dean, well, you know what? Because if you go back to like our era, like I used to tell people, like you could be the best guard on the East Coast, and you may have never seen the best guard on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have it. Like nowadays, these kids grow up competing against each other
all the time,
and they see each other on a regular
From a
basis.
very early age.
And players today know their value.
Yes.
They know what their value is to their franchise.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And there's a whistle.
Oh, yeah.
That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Back to Morris.
Ya, hablo de que de cuando acá.
Morris has got 5 points in the quarter. For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you, an incentive.
Because you should love it.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you more than anything else.
And honestly, like most guys, this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all of language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because like you really don't think about that stuff, and you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
Here's ball, and it's sent back by Morris.
Okay.
And now the Clippers on the break. George with no one around, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got 7.
A gifted offensive player. Got to get George shots any way you can.
Ball, the pass to Rozier. And it's blocked by Ibaka. To the middle. Poked away. Stolen by George. Down low. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Biombo, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hayward comes in for Ball. The 3 from George. That shot off the mark. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. Out to Hayward. 1:33 left here in the second.
Nice job by Hayward. Tackling, drawing the contact, getting himself to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Devontae Graham's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Ball's checked in for Charlotte. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Kenny, always fascinating to get your take. We sure appreciate you coming by.
Man, it's great to be here, man. Thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here. This is the best studio show up top, but we got the best down here by the bottom.
Are they paying you well? Are they paying you well?
Not as well as y'all are. I tell you, not as well as y'all are.
And Z-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball, or anything for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. And he was such an integral piece to those Hakeem Olajuwon championship teams there in Houston.
Okay.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Hayward dishes the ball. Back to Hayward. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Ball. 4 on the shot clock. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Wow, he's just incredible at understanding the game. Hayward is so good at making the defense pay for leaving guys open.
Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Ball against Graham. Kept alive. Goes back up. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Ball.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Clippers on top, leading by just 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was. You called it the live crew, but you know what it was when I was down there? You know it's always fun.
You know what, Kenny?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Malik Monk.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And both free throws good for Paul George.
And you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Hayward kicks to Rozier. Pass to Beverly. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Clippers leading by 4. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Leonard. And he gets the bucket.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
To the paint, here's Rozier. With the rebound. The Clippers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Down low, here's Leonard. Off target at the rim.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zeller's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Bridges checks in.
Look, with good size and underrated athleticism, Hayward's able to muscle through the contact.
Here's Leonard. And yes, it's good.
Dieron la espalda.
Lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. George against Rozier. Passes it to Beverly. Dishes it to Bridges. They get a hand on it.
Ya encontramos el fallo, ya encontramos el fallo. Ahora que no lo cambian. Oye, lo cambiaron. Never mind. Shit. Ya habíamos encontrado el roto en la defensa. ¿Cuánto foul tiene este?
That's his first foul. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Williams inside.
No me joda la vida, ¿esto en serio?
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well, they're getting some good shots. That makes him 3 for 4 from the field since halftime. You know, he doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Clippers leading by 6. Williams passes to Ibaka. The dish to Leonard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 3 to shoot. It's tipped.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
And Beverly kicks to Rozier. That's tipped.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Ibaka. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Lou Williams. Martin's checked in for Charlotte. Malik Monk comes in for Patrick Beverly.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Monk, the pass to Zubac. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Graham, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Graham's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, man, Jackson is terrific at playing both ends of the floor. And his trademark quickness, really putting forth a great effort on defense to come away with that steal.
The pass to Bridges. Stolen by doubled by Bridges. Feeds it to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Hornets trail by 12. Here's Monk. Zubac trying to break loose. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. To the middle, here's Leonard. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his...
El mundo está cansado.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
Mierda, mano.
George comes in for Luke Kennard. The Hornets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Ball. Looking to end the run, and he sinks the layup. Ball's got 6 points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
George. That one a little long.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Ball. For Los Angeles, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And George drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Ball against Graham. Ball no good.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
Graham kicks to George. Zeller trying to free himself up.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Martin dishes the ball. 4 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. And that's now 10 points for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one.
Wow.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. They've got P.J. Washington all out there with Martin. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's good from Ball. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Charlotte, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Bridges. And Monk's subbed in for Martin. And so Graham will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Ibaka, the pass to George. Here is Williams. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. That shot misses. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Well, versatile weapon on offense. Washington is great at recognizing when he should look to penetrate.
Graham from outside. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Hayward with the stuff.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Right side, Williams. He kicks to George.
Wow.
Great play by
Qué clase de daga.
Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Clippers leading by 7. And the Clippers call time here. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Devontae Green. Charlotte also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Terry Rozier comes in for Malik Monk. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ball. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Hayward passes to Washington, and it's good for 2. Washington's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Williams against Rozier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Hornets trail by 7. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And that one's good. Beverly.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. On the clock. On the line. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And when you thought this 4th quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Williams dishes to Ibaka. Kicks to George. Lets the 3 fly.
Cabrón, ese es Paul George.
George has got 19 points.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Leonard on the wing, ended by Hayward, and Leonard gets it to go.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, their goal was to limit their turnovers, and they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Bridges kicks to Beverly. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
So he gets them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
George looking over the floor. Outside Williams. High post try. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Here's Monk. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Understanding the shoot-first mentality of Monk. Defense just got a little over-aggressive that time.
And he makes both free throws.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Leonard inside, and the shot is good.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments. Pass
to Beverly. They shoot again. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Nobody near Williams. A three-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Beverly, the pass to Monk. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Rozier. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yes! Love to see Rozier take charge. Man, this man's fearless.
Wow.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Leonard. Beverly against Williams. Rozier kicks to Monk. Shot clock at 5. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot block.
Se lo ganaron ahí, se la ganaron.
Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
And that's an intentional foul. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
A good league is even better with excellent work in the stripe.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I'm really curious to see what their strategy is at this point. You can't afford any wasted possessions.
Bueno.
Leonard looking over the floor. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Estamos ahí. Yo sé que le podemos ganar a equipos como los Kings, los Pacers, los Grizzlies, los Knicks, los Detroit. Pero estamos a un poquitito más de estar con los élites. No tenemos ninguna estrella, no tenemos ningún juego de estrella, hay que decir la verdad. No sé, de verdad que... Está duro, está duro. Yo sé que yo quisiera cambiarlo a los gemelos. Vamos a hacer que los gemelos y PJ Washington lo quedan por ellos. Las piezas duras ya... Este cambio no está tan mal. Nos dan a PJ Washington, nos dan a Markieff Morris. Yo digo Kyle Kuzma, nos dan a Kyle Kuzma, nos dan a Markieff Morris. Ya lo que están ofreciendo por Bridges. Porque también le hace eso. Bueno. Bueno, mi gente, con eso concluimos entonces. Denle like, comenten, share o lo que sea. Y seguimos encendidos. Ya saben la que, mi gente. Chequeamos.
Esto es un party de caserío y todo el mundo está tranquilo.